Alright, so they finally showed up in the mail. I pre-ordered them like a week ago, so the shipping was really quick. I did pay for that extra expedited shipping fee, but it was less than $20, and I had it on my point system or whatever. Somehow they decide they're just gonna give you some free stuff. So before the EV 200 things was showed up, I was flying these Eachine EV 100s, and you can really tell a quality difference. Um, but I haven't even tried these out yet, so I'm not going to comment on the video. These are good, but I ended up most days flying with these right here. And I got some batteries to charge, so don't mind me if I'm walking around doing other stuff. I have, man, I really never thought I would destroy so many of these as I have. I think all of these are destroyed. Five. And I've lost 10 times that many of them. In crashes and shit. They'll just pop right out of the thing and just vanish. So we got two 1500 milliamp hour 4 cell XT60 connector. And I'm just going to put these two on the charger now. And charge these two up. I can't put this one on here because it's only 750 milliamp hours. I don't want to do that big of a spread. We'll get these out of the way. I'll put these on 2C, charging at 2C, which is 6 amps. They're relatively new batteries, not a lot of cycles on them, so they should be fine to handle that. I know the silver ones are. We'll test these RDQ batteries. I just got 4 of them, 213 4S and 215 4S, and we're trying to find out if they're better than China Hobby Line and the rest. But the reason I'm making this live stream here is because of these goggles. So this is going to be interesting. The fit and finish is pretty good. The parts that they give you seem to be right up there with a little more than what you even need. And I'm glad I got these instead of the Fat Sharks, to be honest. I never thought of the Fat Sharks as being good value. And, as far as customer service, to be honest, most of my repairs are done in-house, and I mean right here in this house with my own hands. So I'm not really concerned about repairs. I'll handle those myself. I've fixed quads, built quads, fixed goggles. I've never built goggles, but who builds goggles? Some people do, but not me. So in the pack, let me turn some lights on. I'm having trouble seeing. But this is a good day to be checking in on me because I got a lot of things going on right now. I got a lot of builds going on, a lot of repairs, so a lot of sales too. So I'll go over the sales things first. I got this B-Fight for sale in excellent condition, never crashed. It's got an XM Plus receiver on it. Doesn't come with an antenna. I'm sorry, I'm kind of low on antennas right now. But it's all set up, ready to fly, bind and fly. It's got a strap on there. It's got a decent VTX. You get good range out of this thing without worrying about losing your video feed like some quads. The camera's not the best. That's one thing I'd suggest replacing. And the main reason I'm selling this is because I've got so many builds, and I've got so many quads that I have and motors and stuff. I really don't have time to fly this. I never fly it. And I hate the fact that it's got 2 different kinds of nuts on top. I want the motors that the bells have right ways only, preferably hollow shaft. That's kind of what I'm on now. The only quad I have that isn't like that is this guy. And as you can see, I snapped the the cheap shaft on this one, so I'm waiting for a motor in the mail. But this one works just fine, and this one's for sale. I'm asking, I want to get more than $100, but to be honest, if you were to make an offer, make an offer. As long as it's $100, you're in there. So, and right here we got the full speed leader 120 with an XM Plus receiver as well. I'm asking $100 for this. It has been crashed, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's the smoothest flying quad that I have. The only reason I'm selling it is because I can't deal with the fiddly props. I hate these kinds of props, and right now I'm just into 5-inch and 3-inch for the most part. And I probably will buy the 3-inch version of this, maybe, but I'm really looking for a quad that's got bigger motors. It's just too much of a pain in the ass for right now. So $100 for this. And I've also got this one. I had another micro, but I disassembled it for parts for another project. But I still have this one. It needs a camera lens adjustment that I'm not able to do. Well, I mean, I could, but I don't want to risk it. You might end up breaking it and having to replace the camera. So that's the risk with this one. Asking $50 ship. It's an XM Plus Find and Fly. It's got Jim Fan Hokies on it. It's a great flyer. Like I said, the camera works, but the lens is out of focus. You can still fly with it, but it's out of focus. It's focused like right close up to the thing. So it's you know, it needs to be adjusted or the camera needs to be replaced. $50 for this one. Shipping and fees are on the buyer. Other than that, I have this Baby Hawk R3 right here for sale. Asking 120 for it today. Normally it's 130. I'm asking 120 today. Make an offer on this guy. It's been crashed and broken arms. I've replaced. These are brand new arms with no crashes on these brand new arms I put on here. So it's in good shape now. So yeah, $120 for this one. I've also got Emax Hawk 5. This is the same story as the Baby Hawk. It's my personal quad. I fly this one. I fly both of these a lot, and I've crashed this one a lot too. And I've broken the arms and replaced the arms and replaced one of the motors. So one of the motors is brand new. The rest of the motors are about. I've had this quad about since they were released, so less than 6 months. But it's got an XM Plus receiver. The reason I'm selling this one is the performance of the VTX. That stock VTX wasn't up to spec, so I swapped it with another similar VTX. And they make it a little difficult because the VTX is installed on this kind of stupid pin system, and so is the XM Plus. So look at the design of this before you buy it. You might say, why'd they do that, and decide not to buy it. The Magnum stack, I haven't had any problems burning anything up, and I put hard work through my quads. So I'm not knocking HDLRC or Emax on the quality of the stack. It seems to be pretty good. But mistakes happen. I think sometimes people blame the manufacturer when they actually made a mistake when they were building. It's easy to do. But I replaced the VTX in here. So this is not the stock VTX. This is a VTX 03. And it goes up to 200 milliwatts. It's switchable 20, 100, 200. I don't think it has actual pit mode though, unfortunately. I set it up so you can still see the thing, the screen that tells you what channel you're on, and you can still stick your pen in there and change the channels and the power settings and everything. It's really easy to take the top off and mess with this stuff. But I got rid of half of the pin system. The half that had the VTX sitting on it, I removed that. I depinned that side of the flight controller, but the pins that hold the receiver are still on there on the other side of the flight controller. If I was to not sell this and keep it, my plan is to take the top off, use a nylon canopy, and put a full-size VTX in there, depin the receiver, and put that somewhere else. So that's my plan if I don't end up selling this. And I've also, I've got the two that I've shown you that are used, and I'm asking $200 for that one. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. They fly great, and they've got new arms. One's got a new motor. And if you don't want to buy the used ones, I've also got brand new Hawk 5, new in the box with the cellophane, never been opened, and it comes with everything in the box. It's a FR Skybind and fly, and I've also got the Baby Hawk R3 sealed, new in the box. This is the FR Skybind and fly as well. I think that's it for sale. I have some other projects that I'm in the process of building and stuff that I would sell, right? If you want to have a look at those, I've already made a video. You can go to my YouTube channel. It's RVAism, or just look up RVA Live Sound. That's my sound company. And this is project 25, build number 25, or is it 26? I don't remember. It's the build that has the clone at Lytle VTX on top, going to a Runcam Eagle clone, on top of an Omnibus F4 flight controller, which is on top of 35 amp BL Heli S 4-in-1 ESCs. It's got the already soldered on pigtail to install your FR Sky XM Plus receiver. That's what was in there, but I took that out for another build. So basically this thing just needs a receiver and motors and antennas, and it's good to go in the air. The reason I don't like this frame is because I found that this 3mm carbon fiber was just too flexible, and so I didn't want to. I don't have any throwaway motors right now. So those $3 motors were nice, man, but I used those on some builds and sold them all, and they're gone, and now they don't sell them anymore. So if you see any more deals like that, please let me know, because I'll go to town on that shit if it's quality. Those $3 motors happen to be good quality. I wish I had more, but what do you expect? They're gonna sell out. So this is for sale. I had it listed at $100. Just let me know what kind of motors you want, and I'll put the motors on here if you want me to, or just send it as is. And just to send it out as is, I would say, okay, this frame's like $20. So yeah, I was just saying it's about $100 in parts as it is, and I'd be willing to part with it for less than that. So make me an offer on this one. And the VTX on that one is very good. It's the only one that I have that I made those videos where I was sitting in this room flying all around this house, outside. I flew down the block. I was in this room, and the signal range is so good. I knew the FR Sky shit could keep up. I mean, I got rock solid XM Plus installs on all my quads, most of them with 90 degrees or close, and that shit works, man. If you do your antennas like this, you will not have a failsafe. If you do, I don't know how you did it, because I fly up to 1,500 feet, and I fly far away from myself, with any obstacles between. I cannot even imagine how I could make myself have a failsafe with this simple FR Sky setup. Just do it right, Make sure your antennas are plugged in. It's easy to not to have them. They look like they're plugged in. You need to use your hot glue on that. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't even think about upgrading my receivers because I have range everywhere I go. I'm only worried about the VTXs. So if you got any ideas, the only VTX I've seen that's good is this one right here. It's an Atlato clone. I might try an Atlato or one of the more expensive ones like a Mach 1 or something next. But I've tried it. I've tried a lot. And it just seems like quads like this one, for some reason, it just doesn't, I'm not able to get a good video signal with good range out of it. So moving right along from that one, I also have build number 26, which I stripped down last night because I needed to take that VTX and put it in another quad because I want to have, if it's expensive parts, I want to have a good VTX so I don't waste those expensive parts. It's no sense in putting a good VTX like that on top of cheap parts. Um, so this has got the Samguk Woo motors, which are 2206 at 2700 kV. They're all right motors. Um, you know, I wish I had the 2306 motors at 2450 kV. That's what I need, but I don't have that. So I'm about to do some more video editing here in a second. I might leave this live feed on. I don't know. I'll probably turn it off because it's basically, it was supposed to be about these goggles and now it's sprawled off into all sorts of other topics. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it short and move on to finish what I was doing. Check back with me though. I will have more info about the Ishin goggles for sure because that's going to be my main set of goggles from now on. Have a good day.